Well, look at this headline on CNN. U.S. faces avalanche of evictions as rent protections expire. And this is just like 3 days ago, because that's what's happened. See, now if you have trouble paying your rent or mortgage or something like that, there is laws they pass for the, because of the virus thing, and we're protecting, people from losing a place to live. But this is becoming a big problem now. And one thing I want to do is make sure that you know how to find the rent subsidies that are available, the grants that are available now. There's so much money now from nonprofit organizations, county, local, federal governments, and they're probably in the, stimulus five or whatever they're going to call the next package. There'll probably be money in there too, but don't count on anything and start looking for it now. And the problem is, Google, because Google is not going to show you the stuff you really have to know. I mean, if you go into Google and let's see, okay, if you put it, let's put it in Google, okay, Google, and you put in, okay, rent relief. So you're looking for rent relief. So you could use grants or reliefs, and you're going to get different things. So that's why I want to show you how to use both. And then put your state, because a lot of this stuff is, if you put your city, it's going to be too local because you have your county, your state, and everything. So put your state. Now, see, the problem is if you put rent relief for Florida, you get here 19 million websites, okay? God, your home is going to be a bunch of ashes before you're able to go through 19 million websites. And the problem is most of this stuff. See, ad. It's all people selling you stuff, and these are websites. Who knows what the hell they are? I mean, people are paying. They want to know if people are looking for rent relief. They want to make sure that they're on top and have some, because they have something to sell you that will help you with that problem. So what you want to do is, rent relief Florida, you don't want that because you don't want 19 million. You go over here to settings, okay? You go to settings, you could put advanced search, okay? Now you have, what are these words? The words you want are rent relief Florida, okay? And then down here, you want to put USA because they don't have Florida. If they had Florida, you want to do that, but you want to make sure at least you got the American ones or the English language ones. So the United States. Now here's what you want too. You want color, because otherwise, if you have any time, that means you're going to get anything in the internet like last year, 10 years ago, or whatever that talked about rent relief. You don't want that. You're looking for funds now. People who started, a nonprofit organization, a government office that has money to help you pay rent or mortgage or whatever it is to keep your house. So maybe if you want to start in the past week, a month is about it. You don't want to go past that because it's going to be all gone anyway, if there is. But maybe. I mean, it's not definitely. But okay, so this past week, anywhere on the page, okay, that's okay. So that now you hit advanced search. Okay, now we're down. Okay, doesn't give us a number, but we're clear. Okay, look at what's on the front top. The top the top thing here is Trump Golf Club in Florida requests rent relief. See, even the billionaires are hurting. So, okay, the next one is Palm Beach Post. See, look at here. Even though it's a .com, that's okay. See, I usually tell people don't go to .com, but you're looking for things that are happening. The .coms are going to have it if they're a publication. So you're looking for radio, TV, publications, newspapers, things like that. See, Miami Herald. See, Miami Herald. Now, MiamiHerald.com. Okay, that's a newspaper. That's okay. Okay, they're talking about $10 million of COVID rent relief. Okay, and that's 4 days ago. So if you're now in the Miami area, there's a new program that came out just 4 days ago for rent relief. Okay. Now here's another one just 6 days ago, eviction freeze extension. So that means in Tampa Bay, they can't get rid of you. Now they're extending it. See, there's a national program. They can't do it. And there's also local program, state program. So they can't throw you out in the streets. Okay. Now you got Hollywood. Okay. Business. Coronavirus aid relief for rents and mortgage. Okay, that's in Hollywood, Florida. Okay, that's another program there. St. Petersburg. Oh, sorry. Uh, has a new program. Here, 6 days ago, Como Science, I don't know why that New York Daily News, maybe a lot of people from now. Okay, ads, just ignore the ads. Because anything with a little ad here, that means somebody's selling you something, and you don't want to be bothered with that because they're better than you are. They know how to get to you, and you're not strong enough to stay away. I know I'm not. So you don't want to. Sorry. So here's again in ads. Forget that. Okay, Broward County. Okay, uh, hosted by the SBA. Oh, wow. Um, Okay, here's Palm Beach County offers mortgage and rent utilities relief. Okay, Palm Beach County. There's another program you're like. Okay, now we have Donald Trump golf course needs a rental assistance too. So listen, that's what I mean. So don't be ashamed to ask for rental assistance. You have a billionaire golf course, and he's begging for rental assistance, yeah, and rent relief. So the average person should be proud. You're now involved in that. You're no different. Let me hold. I'm going to pause and be right back. Okay, back. Well, now you got an idea if you put a date, so this is last month. And now rent relief is what you look at. And then also you want to look at rent grants just to see what that is because they're using that word a lot now. They didn't in the past. And then when you Google that, you also want to go to settings and put advanced search. And you see rent grants, Florida. Down here we got United States. This is past week, so we want maybe the past month and see what's there, and that gets rid of a lot of stuff for you. Okay, now what you want to do is make sure, like here's Port St. Lucie now, and I don't remember Port St. Lucie coming up when we put rent relief, but there allocates funding for mortgage and rent relief. West Palm Beach, here's another one. It's coming back. So they're Tampa Bay again. I think we did that. Florida Housing. That's a statewide. So the city of Homestead. See, that didn't come up. So now you're looking at grants and rent relief. There's two sources you make. And again, ignore all the ads. Maybe they're good, but you can't tell. I can't tell. And a lot of bad ones sneak in there, and the bad ones are the ones that are so good at selling you, they're going to get your money, and you don't have to worry about it. So that's it. Then you would use mortgage. So now you want to, if you have a mortgage instead of you're paying rent, it would be the same thing. Okay, and now both of these have a problem with evictions, and that's what's going to be happening in our country, they say, as if these laws don't change right away, because they postponed any evictions. It doesn't want me to talk. There's a bad joke in there somewhere. Let's see. Okay, so we got the mortgage. Let's see, anywhere on the page last month. Okay, let's see what it has for mortgages. Okay, see, first time mortgage by Credible. That's a .com. I'd stay away from that guy. First time home buyer. No, that's an info. I'd stay away. See, this is bad. Tampa Bay government. That's okay if that's really now Tampa Bay has a DARE program. Okay, that's a second loan, so but that's okay. .com. The mortgage reports, I would stay away from that. That .com. Pinellas County. Okay, so you're getting a lot of bad stuff when you put in mortgage versus rents for some reason. Fidelity Home Group, I'd stay away from that. FirstFloridaHome.com. I'd stay away from that. You're looking for people giving away money. The people at .com, they're not here to give it away. So you have to be careful, certainly with the ones with ads. Yeah, you don't want. Now, also, what do you do if? So that's how to find it. Yep. And for other places too, you want to go to your county government, you want to go to your 211. These are other places, and your community action agency. There are other local organizations that will help you with this stuff. And also HUD counseling. That's where you want to go too. But searching the internet like this is to find the new stuff because they're not going to know everything too. So that's why I wanted to arm you with the knowledge and the techniques and the skills that you could find this stuff yourself. Okay. Now that's okay. Here's a new group I found. It's called Just Shelter.org. JustShelter.org. And if you go there, they have a map of the United States and you find all the nonprofit organizations that will give you free legal help, housing assistance, help you with your rights as a tenant or as a mortgage owner, be a mortgage. So that's it. Because otherwise, if you Google for legal help, you're going to get lawyers going to charge you $200, $300, $400 an hour, and you don't want to. You want to find the nonprofit. So I went and I looked at the state for the state of Florida. There's a dozen or so here. Now, even if they're not where you live, you contact them. Say, you call them and see, hey, I have this problem. That's the only way you're going to get out of stuff, out of problem, is finding more alternatives. And if you're searching yourself on the internet, you're not going to find good alternatives. The alternatives you're going to find are the ones that are going to cost you money. And man, you don't have money. That's why you can't pay rent. So you got to give somebody money to get out of your not paying the rent problem. So you can't do that. But we don't know more of it. Okay. So that's JustShelter.org. Okay. What else we have here? Okay. This is a good organization too. It's called the National Low Income Housing Coalition. There are national legal help for consumers, and they have all the state laws here about your rights. See, they're right here. So for all the counties, local, state laws for that. So that's a good place, and it's a good place for take action, housing needs by state, explore, and they're a good place maybe to bounce off at too. So you want to know about that stuff. Now also, no, I think that's really the thing. I was thinking of getting legal help because there are, but here these websites I gave you have the free sources of legal help for housing. Housing is a big problem. We're saying that that's going to be a big issue in our country. Avalanche of evictions as rent protections expire, and also it's not only rent protections; it's also protections for mortgage holders. So they're expiring. So it's going to be, but it looks like they'll probably change a bunch of laws. They'll probably have a new stimulus package, within the next month. But start learning these sources now. It's so important because if you have the problem now, don't expect somebody else, particularly the government, is going to solve it for you. Start investigating now because, if that avalanche hits, you want to know where to go by putting a button. And if everyone pushes that button at the same time, you're not going to get through. So find out now. Start protecting yourself. You think, I don't know if I can go another month or two without that. Learn your options now. Learn about what programs are available locally. This is what I'm trying to do in Let's Go Help. Teach you all about this stuff, whether I help you or you help yourself or whatever. It's important you know how to live in our society because there's so much stuff for free that is not advertised. And if you're getting through life only knowing the advertised, it's like working with a big handicap. Unless you're a fat cat, then it doesn't matter. You can throw money at anything. That's when I started doing information business. I went after rich people. They're lazy and have a lot of money. So I was ambitious. I work hard, and they're the easiest to get money from because they're lazy and have a lot of money, right? Now I want to tell everybody how to do this. Man, if they're too rich to do it, the rest of us could do it for free.